Hey, hey, this is Leah LaBelle, and you are watching Wrap Up TV. The album is just a really feel-good album. It makes you happy. It makes you want to dance. It just is going to remind you of a good time. So it's anytime you want to feel like you want to go out or you want to have fun or you want to dance or you're with your friends, barbecues. It's just a really feel-good record. It has a retro kind of throwback feel to it, but it's still relevant to today, and we still brought elements of today's like dance and R&B infused in it. So it just feels really good. I wanted to have a good energy about it. Two of my favorite tracks on the album would be So Hot and Box Chevy. Box Chevy you guys haven't quite heard yet, but those are two of my favorites. They both feel really good. So Hot's kind of in the vein of Sexified, that kind of, dance, and Box Chevy's hits a little bit harder, but it still has that, feel that you just want to dance. So I love both of those records. The album is half Pharrell produced and half JD produced. So we have no other producers. Brian Michael Cox did work with us on the JD side. So he has, a lot on there as well with JD, but it was half Pharrell, half JD. And I like it that way. I feel like it's very special. You know what I mean? It gives the album a feel, like a whole feel. Pharrell and JD collabed with me on a record, and that's about it as of now. We might put somebody else on there. I have an idea for someone that I want to throw on one of the records, but I'm still working on that.
Okay. So are they rapping on the record?
Yes,
Okay.
they are rapping.
Nice.
Pharrell and JD raps. Pretty awesome. I was in the studio when we did it, and I was like, whoa, this is really freaking cool. I got Pharrell and JD on a song with me. The song that Pharrell and JD are on is JD produced it, and it just it's a real talk song, kind of a lady talking about, I'm gonna love you and I'm down for you, and I don't need to have all the things that maybe a girl on the TV is gonna have, or the body that you see on the TV screen or whatever, but I'm gonna be down for you, ride or die, 100%, no matter what. And so they're on that record, so it's cool. My ultimate role model and biggest inspiration growing up was Lauryn Hill. She really set the road for me as far as kind of who I wanted to be as an artist. Just very real and lyrically very true, and her tone is amazing. She's obviously brilliant, has a brilliant mind, and I saw her in Sister Act 2 when I was about 7. That's kind of where it started, and then the Fugees came. The Score is one of my favorite albums ever, and so I just followed her and her whole career and just really, really admired her. Even to this day, I'm still like Lauryn Hill all day. I try not to be too starstruck, but I just appreciate people, and so it's always it's more so that moment of, wow, I've looked up to you, admired you, this is really awesome. And one of my favorite moments was actually Jay-Z, and he's one of my ultimate favorites ever, and I always wanted to be like him as a whole, like a businesswoman, have my own label one day, have my own clothing line. I want to build an empire one day, and so I've always admired him for what he's done. And Pharrell wanted me to come by the studio. I had an off day. We were in Miami working on the album, but I wasn't working that day. And so he just asked me to come by. And I'm always down. So I was like, I'm on my way. So I was there, and we were just chilling in the studio. And then in walks Jay-Z, the man. And just cool, just chilling, laid back. And I got to experience him cut a record. And it was, I can't even explain that. It was really, really awesome. Yeah, and he listened to the records, or 2 records we played him, and he liked them, good response. So it was pretty cool. He told me, he shook my hand, and he was just like, congratulations, man, this is some good stuff.